everybody. It's Perry Hensley here, Slab Happy Lures. Hope everyone's doing fine out there. Gonna come with you this morning, and this will be part 2 of the Dale Hollow recap, and also give you an update on the Crappie Madness bracket that's about to take place, and for Angler of the Year in our East Tennessee Crappie Tournament Trail. Once again, I'll let you guys know how me and JD caught them on Dale Hollow, and let you know what we used, how deep they were, what was going on that day and everything, and just to stick with us here. And I'll try to get my brain to working this morning. It's hard to get started. And then once it gets started, it gets so much in it, I don't know where to stop. But anyway, Dale Hollow was, pretty good to us this time around. Went down Friday. We stayed with Ray Pratt and Jimmy Pratt and Chris Sims, and just had a blast Friday and Saturday being around those guys. And we had went down Friday, got on the lake probably 9:30ish, somewhere around there, and started fishing. Had some info on where to go to find some fish, and we went there first, and turns out it was pretty good for the first couple of hours we were there. Caught some good fish. Kept. We wound up keeping 12 that day. Smaller fish. We didn't keep any of the tournament quality fish. We threw them all back. Not that we could have caught them the second day. I don't know. We did catch some that had a sore lip. That's for sure. But anyway, caught them all on the first day. I was throwing a hair jig to start with. Hand-tied jig to start with, and it was chartreuse and white, and that generally works, pretty good on about any lake we go to. Switched over. I noticed that they were liking the bait moving. Switched over to our 2-inch Slab Tech minnow right there, the paddle tails, and peppered snot, one of my favorites. It worked right out of the gate. The green worked later in the day, the green with the gold. The Tennessee Sparkle Shad, JD had on, it worked. The mustard seed, which is the yellow with the black flake, it worked really great too. Pretty much all day long. Down toward the end of the day, JD swapped over to the Ultimate Minnow, the Ultimate Shad, I think is what it's called, the Slab Happy version, and he just absolutely was putting them in the boat. That evening we moved to a different, spot or two down the lake, and found a couple of decent spots there. Did use a couple of minutes this time around. For the most part, we take them, but generally we might use 2 or 3 minutes out of 4 dozen, but it's always good to have them. You never know when you're going to need them, of course. But going to get to the bracket here. I'll be putting it up. Let me slide to the side here. I'll be putting it up right here on the video so you guys can see it. But right now, as far as points go, overall points, we are sitting in 5th place with 315. That's what I have. JD has 314. But that's where we're sitting in points this year, which is good. I think that we finished 5th or 6th last year, overall. But getting to the bracket right here. Now it's gonna start out like this. The first and second teams, which first is Matt and Joel, uh, Joel Nash and Matt Zenas, and then the second is Jimmy Pratt and Ray Pratt. They both got buys, in the first go around here. So um, the next one is going to be the Cofelts and Chris Sims are going to face each other that morning for the first 4 hours and get the winner of that one. And then George Hamby and Tom Claxton and JD and myself will be battling out that morning also. And the winner of that one faces the winner of the one previous, and that's where we come up with our, I would say, semifinal matchup there. Um, it's going to be a tough battle, for each and every one because these are all top names. I'm blessed to be up where we're at. We had a bad turnout or tournament, um, which was our second tournament on Teleco. Teleco has not been great to us whatsoever. It's one of our nemesis, if that's a word. It's a nemesis to us, and boy, that's a funny word, ain't it? But anyway, it's always been rough for us to get the right fish on Teleco. We're going to do something different this coming year as far as Teleco goes, and us fishing it. We've adopted to getting out of our old ways and getting better to where we can target bigger fish, and that's what you have to do. You can't keep catching those brush pile and dock fish and expect to place good all the time. Again, the shallower brush and the shallower schools tend to be anywhere from that 7 to 10 inch fish, 11-inch fish. Sometimes you get lucky and you'll find one, a big one that'll be there mixed in with them, but they're few and far between. Our strategy is going to change, on the lakes this coming season, and we are beginning to figure some stuff out, and going to see if we can't improve on what's going on this year, or what went on this year. But anyway, there is times where you're not doing too great, and you need to go and take out those 7 legal fish, as quick as you can, and that was always our go-to, and maybe that should be our fallback instead, but I don't know exactly. We're going to try some stuff this coming year, like I said, and see if that doesn't help our situation as far as, some of those harder lakes on us, But anyway, I am glad and proud to be where I'm at, sitting in 5th against these guys. It could have been a lot worse. We had to fight to get there this year hard. But anyway, looking forward to the bracket. Got all those are tough teams, like I keep saying. It's going to be a battle, but we are focused on beating Tom and George is our first focus. Again, good fishermen, but they're going to have to fall for us to move, and we intend on making that happen. And then once that's said and done, and once we get past, when we get past George and Tom Claxton, the um, um, the proof will be there, in the next go around. But anyway, I just want to come let everyone know that kind of moving a little slow today. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, until next video, I'm Perry Hensley with Slab Happy Lures, and I hope that if you don't know who Christ is and don't have Christ in your life, that you'll choose Him today. You know, you'll choose this life and find that it is a better life that you can live, more peaceful, less chaotic, less stressful, all around better life. And God has made that way for you, and you can have it too if you don't have it now. But anyway, can't wait to get to that and do that. I hated it so far off, but you know, it'll be here before we know it, and then it'll be time to take care of business with George and Tom. And but that being said, you know, we still have the two top ones to go against after that. You know, when we make it that far, and going against the goats, all four of them. I'm going to call them the goats. That's Joe Nash, Matt Zenas, and the Pratt brothers. Still going to go against those guys, and it's an uphill battle, but anything's possible. You know, we just keep an open mind, keep plugging away. You know, and you know, we let God have it, and we trust in Him to be the ultimate information that we draw information from. You know, because He won't steer us wrong or anything like that, and you know, we just let Him have it, and you know, give Him all the glory for wherever He puts us. But anyway, you know, like I said, it's an uphill battle from here on out. These top teams would not be top if they weren't there, you know, and that's what we got to face. But anyway, we're gonna take our lumps and whatever comes along, you know. And once we get past Tom and George, like I said, it's definitely going to be a steep mountain. But anyway, until next video, it's Perry Hensley, Slab Happy Lures. We'll see you.
Today's video is brought to you in part by Windrider Apparel, The Angler Magazine, Artistic Printers, Mammoth Ridge Campground and RV Park, Rebel River Outfitters,
Rougarou Tackle Company, Hooker's Terminal Tackle, Mossheim Market and Deli, Ayler Packaging, and Slab Happy Lures.